Hello, my lovelies. Here we go once again for 11:15 to 11:21. We do some basic readings. And glad you liked the horoscopes from last week. So stay tuned. We'll have more horoscopes as the months go by. Let's have a look. Okay. Things are changing. Right. Interesting. Hang on. We'll be there in just a minute. This is kind of interesting to me. First of all, we have a card that we started out with, which is the Five of Cups. And this is being pushed to the past. So this is actually good that we're moving through this. This Five of Cups is usually about disappointment, emotional upset, can be falling out of love. But it has a really nice element here, this little blue rose, which means you are unique. And you have to keep remembering this, especially if you're in a relationship that has echoes of an old relationship that never worked out too well even then. So we're pushing that to the past, which implies to me that you're learning how to deal with this type of personality. Okay, that's usually what our goals are. If we keep seeing the same person over and over again, it's because they're bringing us the same lesson, maybe brought to you by a different person. But it's the same lesson, right? And so what I'm seeing is you're bringing in options now, healthy options, things that are going to actually bring about true change for yourself, not just a momentary fix, all right? So this is really good. We're bringing about our honest to gosh, logical decisions here being made, because they're meant to bring about change. Now that usually implies it's a little harder to do, but it's doable because this is an 8. 8s are always about change for me. Okay, so that's what I see is happening. We're starting to realize what's going on with us, and we're able to make the changes that bring in new opportunities. This is almost like go ahead and talk about it. Don't hide from the fact that you've come to a point in your life where you're starting to recognize the pitfalls and stuff, okay? So this is a good card for that. But it sometimes can even imply that if you feel like you need to talk to a counselor or an advisor, that's an excellent thing to do, because these two swans, they're discussing the situation. They're hashing it out. They're figuring out what exactly is going on. Perfect. And then what happens? We've got the High Priestess here. This is spiritual growth on your part. Okay. Sometimes in another deck, this happens to be the Kuan Yin, and she's like the Virgin Mary of the East. Okay. So this is about love and compassion, etc., etc., etc. And that's what you have to look at for the next few weeks, even maybe the next up to 3 months. She's coming in. She's also telling me that your psychic ability is starting to go full blast. So why would you want to hold it back right now? Stay open to it. If you have a friend who's interested in all things metaphysical, start a discussion group. Maybe it's only 2 of you, but that's okay. You need to talk about this because it's going to bring about some changes for you, and these are wonderful. These are in spiritual ways. It's full of love. It's very creative. So keep an eye open for her. She's going to let you know either through hunches or signs or horoscopes. So anything metaphysical that you're going to get some extra nudges on, pay attention to, because she's right on task with you. Even if it is you need to wander by a Catholic church and light a votive candle, you don't have to be Catholic to go do that, and let her know what it is you want next. Okay? This is telling me that what you want is to see things clearly. Okay? So if you've been in with a bunch of crabby people lately, kind of rest assured that it might not all be your junk, that it could be their junk that's getting aired. And so you want to stay separate from it. See how there's like a lightning bolt? Stay out of it. Don't get in the midst of all of this drama. Okay? Because this too shall pass. Okay? It's a good card. And if you find yourself getting angry with a certain small group of people that you've normally been in sync with, it's time to start changing who you hang with. Okay? little by little. So you don't have to throw up all your friends and it's like, I'm done with everybody. No, one or two might be all that it takes for you to start feeling like you're back on the path again. This is a spiritual road, feeling in harmony with what's going on in your life. This is telling me you'll be coming out of a situation where you've felt out of sync, but now we're in sync. And if it takes even music being an element that brings you back to being grounded and centered and everything, it's time. Okay, what is this? Once again, ta-da, 8, bringing about changes. And it has to do with wands, which is your spiritual growth. Okay? Interesting week or so. Definitely. And I do see that there's a male coming in. Now, if you're free and available, this might develop into something different, but this, at the very least, is an extremely intelligent male that can kind of see through all the pea soup and everything that people throw up sometimes as a roadblock so we can't see what they're doing. This man is smart and wants to come find the resolution on everything. So that can be helpful for you. But he also falls in the position of friend. So it could be just a real good friend for you. And when he's on this sign, which is crystals, it means he's probably an air sign. And at least he's a thinker. Right? Nice. And I do think that there may be somebody from your past that wants to come back. Right? This almost looks like past life to me. So it may be somebody that you met once and you had an odd connection. You couldn't quite figure it out. They went away and it's like, oh, well, whatever. They're coming back, right? Why? Because maybe the lesson isn't finished yet. Okay, so now we've got 2 males that are coming in. And this one is going to be maybe even someone from overseas. Okay, because it feels like there's a European flair to this one. Okay, in the position of hopes and fears. So it's somebody that you kind of wished came back, and now that they're back, they might be a little bit scary because they may be exactly what you asked for. All right. Our outcome card for that particular week is the 9 of Cups. And what is this? Wish come true. Okay, emotional satisfaction. And it's also my Hawaii card. Right? So keep your eyes open, especially if one of these guys decides they want to go on a trip. They might say, hey, I got an extra ticket for Hawaii. You want to go? Think about it. This is pretty interesting. Sometimes this is referred to as a smug merchant by some other readers, but for me, I want you to know this is a happiness card. Okay, so I love this card, and it does portend of good times and healthy situations for you to be involved in. Okay, let me see what we have on the bottoms of the decks before I let you go. Fire sign female coming in. This is somebody with whom you can do artwork, serious artwork. So it's not just origami. It's something that is important to you and to them. And it looks to me like they have something to teach you. Right? So this is lovely. Fire sign female. What we got over here? How about that? Guess what that is? That's the 9 of Cups again. So now you've got it twice. So maybe you do get it twice, huh? Let's have a look. And this one, we have the 3 of Discs. So this one is, don't be afraid to put in a little hard work, because it looks to me like it's going to start manifesting in money, right? And this is you practicing your craft. 3s are always about things getting rolling. And it looks to me like you're pretty dang happy doing it, all right? So just know that you've got some great cards here. These are personal cards. They're not like the universe takes everything out of your hands and says, well, I'll do it for you and make it so easy. It's like, no, you get to do it this particular week, and you're working your way through it with the help to 9 of Cups. Alrighty, that looks like it's it for us. Play up your dealings with the High Priestess, burn your candles, ask for help, and she's going to help you find these 9 of Cups, right? The spread is worth these 3 cards alone. Alrighty, you guys, I guess that's it for this week, and I'll talk to you next week. Toodles.